Alright, so we survived so far, but it's time to make a home on this asteroid. Just imagine this, waking up to a breathtaking view of the universe with a bit of a sunrise from the comfort of your own asteroid home. So that's why today we are literally gonna build a home in the asteroid. Okay, so the idea here, I already put in the main platform so we could kind of like get in there, but it's a little hole that was already created, so nothing I created especially. I just removed a little bit of a lip over here. But since we got this mobility platform or mobile utility platform, I think we could just slap it onto the front. So then that way we have this little landing pad and everything like that for our smaller ships, especially our drone over here, our wingman. So let's see how we're going to do this. It should look pretty decent if I do that. So let's see for an example. We get in here. Either we put it in the front or the back or even sideways. That could kind of work too. And also it's going to help power up the station whenever we need it as well. So if we did it this way, it will look decent. I think we should attach it more in line of being in front. That probably works a little bit better. And I'm going to have to move this drone a little bit. It does have a remote control. I newly added it there, but it didn't have a camera for whatever reasons. So we're going to move this out of the way so we don't destroy it just in case. And that should be good. I think we could probably put a remote control on this platform as well so you can see a little bit better. How we're going to connect this? I'm thinking maybe a combination of a connector and maybe a merge block. It's not necessary to do a merge block, but I want it to kind of like line up correctly with it or align it with the platform that's already there if we can. We might have to extend the platform out just a tiny bit, but we'll see how that looks. Okay, so if we line it up, we want it to line up right up this platform right into this one here. So we just gotta bring it up a little bit. Our platform here, is it an odd number? We may extend it out a little bit here, so we just gotta take this out later down the line, which is fine for now. We do need a bigger opening, of course. Okay, so we have 11 wide now, so we just got to throw in the middle right here. Should we extend this out a little bit more? If we back up into it, we'll be okay. We will be okay up to here, though. That's the problem. I think we could get rid of this here as a gravity generator. It actually has gravity components left in there, so that's good. So we'll take this and convert it to remote control for now, so it's easier to back up into the platform. Let's get it towards the middle first. It'll be like kind of like that, and we'll just keep backing up. I want it to be separable, so that's one thing. I don't want it to be completely attached to this. Okay, so if we edit out this ship a little bit, the cargo is going to be right down here as a connecting portion. Looks like there's a gyroscope here too, so that's great. We may have to move the gyroscope. How many gyroscopes are on this thing, though? The one. Okay, so I think we can even throw it in here. Not like I really need to get in there anyway, so we should be okay. I feel like a piston would probably be better for this, so it doesn't stick out too much. So, for example, this here squared piston, if we put it there, yeah, it's actually not too bad. It'd be like that and a connector. All right, so we're gonna put the merge blocks here just to line it to the platform, but we have a connector down there. So we'll just connect this and merge it in. Hopefully it doesn't get too crazy or dicey here. So we should be able to connect it. No problem. There we go. We're in, and eventually we're going to move the ship. Not now, but eventually. That's the main reason I put this here. So it looks like in terms of a connector, we could throw it right down here. All right, so this is just placement for the time being. We're not going to get it connected just yet. We do have to pipe in a little hole here. All right, what's the distance between here and here? Looks to be 3 blocks. So I think 2.5 meters per block distance. So that means maximum distance, we could go 7.5. See if that works. I hope so. All right, it's touching it. So let's see. Where are we with this piston? 7.3. Interesting. Okay, so 0.2 is probably the piston head, which makes sense. I'm going to do a maximum of 7.25. Just so there's a bit of a gap. Nothing too crazy. All right, so we're just going to connect this, lock it in, and we should be good to go. So we could remove this now if we want to, because it's unnecessary. So now this grid's going to have power. So it's a nice little platform. It's nothing too crazy. I do wish I had it merged in or a bit closer. I'm going to have to figure out this gap here, but it's fine because we're not necessarily walking here. We're just basically jetpacking anyways. We don't have a gravity gen on this for the time being. So gap is okay. I mean, we could put panels across as a bridge. Okay, now we have a bit of a walking platform. So if we really want to walk here, we have a platform. Totally unnecessary, but doing it for funsies, I guess. And we could get rid of this merge block as well. Okay, with that done, now we can kind of land and charge our drones if we wanted to. So this drone or wingman, the connector's more or less on this side though. So it's not bottom heavy. I mean, I could throw it on the bottom if we really wanted to. Same with this one, right? Nope, we could put we have a connector down here, so we can connect it to the port here if we wanted to. There's no connection points though, which is a bummer. Would have been nice to have one right in here somewhere. And this is done with an even number, so that makes it even worse. But we could mag plate it on there if we really wanted to have this on the port. I mean, can this even kind of fit on there? Yeah, so we could technically kind of put this right here if we really wanted to. We could use some mag plates, we could use whatever, but it's not going to be able to charge it up, unfortunately. So that should be fine. Drone, and then not really wasting any power by just sitting there, except the fact that it's just sitting there. And of course, this is a small grid, so we could always throw in a small grid connector if we really wanted to for this one. But we'll leave that there for now. If they need to charge up, we'll figure it out. But actually, I'm gonna grab this ship, my initial ship here, the hauler, because this is what's carrying most of the materials. So I'm just gonna throw it inside here where I can grab stuff easily. And it fits this hole perfectly fine too, which is great. So let's get this thing moving. All right. We will eventually get this all squared away. We don't have that much materials here, but we could start building things like a battery, refineries, assemblers, things like that to kind of get started here. So we could focus on kind of like a 3x3, if anything. All right, maybe a 5x5 would work a little bit better. What can we put in here? Well, we could actually put a medical bay here too, or a medical room, since we got the medical components. But that's going to take up a chunk of the space already, which is not great, but you could utilize it as a corner piece. So we could throw it right here. And then of course we're going to attach O2 and H2 on here, or maybe we stick with an O2 H2 generator and put some ice in there for now, so we can charge up our oxygen and hydrogen quicker that way. All right, so we got a corner medical room here, all set. We can always charge up here and heal up if we need to. An O2 H2 generator will probably be our best friend here for getting our oxygen and hydrogen set up. So we could put it in the rear, I believe. Yeah, we could do that. So in order to keep it compact, we could probably use the old one. I do like the lab one a lot better, but I'm going to stick this on the outside for now anyways. Yeah, I'll put it here for now. Grab some ice. We are good to go. So now we can get some hydrogen, oxygen in one place. So we're good there. Now what else do we need? We need an assembler. We need a refinery, which we do already have, but always good idea to have it on base. So let's do a refinery. So we can do the classic one or a big O one. Doesn't really matter at this point. So the big O one will kind of match with everything else, but I don't know if we want to put it inside here. Maybe we stick it outside for the time being. And we can stick it and attach it to the O2 AC generator potentially. Do we want to do it that way? I guess why not? For the time being. And then we need an assembler. So an assembler. It looks like we connected like right here to connect with the catwalk. We might as well do it for now. I mean, it doesn't necessarily need to be where it is standing. Actually, it works better on the bottom because there's a connector there. Or a port. And now once we walk here, we can have access to this little thing here. Which is unnecessary because we don't really use it too much. And up here, we could put some kind of passage or catwalk, whatever you want to design there, which is fine. The only thing I don't like about it is when you put a mod here, then it's going to block it. So that's always a bad thing. But we'll leave that out here because that's more important. We need this to be out here anyways. But do we have any superconductors? Do we have gold? We might have some gold. I might as well use some yield mods on here if we can. So we gather a lot more, but of course that's going to run more power. That's also a bad thing. So if we get rid of thruster components for sure. I'm going to build 1 or 2 yield mods just so we could get a better utilization off of the refinery. But we're building a house within a house, or a house within a base or station for now. So we're probably going to just panel up what we can panel up here. So we could build it on the outside here like this, if anything. Okay, so that's our basic home, basically. And do we want to make it barn-like with a triangular top? I mean, we most definitely can try to do that. So it's going to be like this block here along with this block to kind of make that work. All right, so that's going to be a basic framework of our house in this Asteroid station. And that's just to start off. We're definitely going to build a bigger system here. But of course, we still need to do a few more things like a drill system to gather more materials. We have some materials, but keep in mind, we just started. So we don't have that much materials just yet. But we definitely will have soon. So we just got to get this welded up and see how things are going to look inside. And we still got to put more things in there, obviously. But we'll get to that in a few moments. Alright, so this is a bit of our barn or home type of situation for the time being. That's going to be airtight. Of course, we should probably just put more windows, to be honest. We just have the lab door here. I just like the lab door, so I was using it just for some light as well. I mean, it's not super dark in here. It's pretty dark, but not too crazy. And then we have the second floor or the attic or whatever we want to call it. It's got the windows and everything like that and the corridor pieces. We can't build anything up here. It's kind of did that for fun for now. We'll probably fix that later down the line. And this spot is actually airtight in here, but we could have just dropped this down here, to be honest, but we'll leave that for now. We do need other things here, some other inset stuff like a bed, maybe a terminal or some kind for cargo, although we could come here and grab it, but it would be nice to have it elsewhere. But yeah, inside here, it doesn't really need much, as I mentioned before. It needed more of a medical base, so I could just grab stuff from here. But we could put in lockers, kitchens, just design purposes. I like to do these combinations of the toilet and shower situation. So if you put like a shower here, you put like a toilet right next to it and closed too. So like, let's just say shower there and a toilet here, so you can just walk in like this. And we can also use more lab doors here too if we want to, or we can even use these narrow half doors. Okay, so I don't even know why we're doing this because we don't have much mats for this, but we have a half door here, so we got to shut that right there, go inside, take a shower instead of having a see-through transparent window. So always good to have that. It looks like but it looks like we need a kind of close this out with something. I guess we use this here. And here we could do a kitchen to match here. Okay, and the opposite side, we could probably put a bed. All right, so this is our new home for the time being, of course. So actually kind of looks like a house on a 5x5 grid system. We walk right in and we're going to see everything being crammed right in there. Got the floodlights and some light panels, and it's not too bad in here. But of course, we have the bathrooms mentioned before. We have the showers, the toilets there. We added a bit of a bar here, although it's just one person here. But we'll just hang out here with the kitchen. Got a couch here that's a little bit too close to the entertainment thing here. Got a weapons rack, armory, a bed. And then we got a second floor over there, which is going to be our captain's chair. And of course, upstairs is more of an attic thing. Not much there, but just for random design purposes. But that's our new home for now. I don't even know why I spent some time to decorate this, but more or less we need a spot where we can grab materials quicker. So we should really put some kind of like cargo terminal out here and connect everything back here, because this is all connected separately for now. We should have it connected to this thing here, which is sitting here doing nothing for the time being. And this is going to eventually become a big old asteroid station. But of course, we got to start small for now, because we don't have a lot of materials, but we will get there eventually. Okay, so we got to focus on how do we get it into this docking station for the time being. We could put some kind of pipe system down here. We might not have enough mats to do it, though. I'm going to check just in case. There should be a port down here, correct? Doesn't look like it. So we might have to utilize the port under here in this O2H2 system. Yeah, we'll throw in the reinforced tubes over here and connect it down here somehow. I think we should be able to do that. Perfect. Okay, so we just connect it with the reinforced C tube there, and we'll throw in some regular tubes this way. And this should connect here, down into there, into the connector. And that's going to transfer everything out that way. Which, the only other issue is this here. The O2H2 system is going to pump out the ice. But we don't have any hydrogen system anyway, so we should be okay. Alright, we did it. We put the connection point to the O2H2 system that's connected to the refinery and assembler. And also to the mobile utility platform here. So it should be able to utilize that all together, which would be great. Now, I just got to figure out how to get this onto the docking spot. So if we look at the platform itself, it doesn't have a connection point for a connector, which is pretty bad in a way. We could put it here, but the ship's a little big, so that's not going to be great. As much as I hate to do it, probably have to cut a hole down here and find a connection point. But I'm not seeing a decent connection point back here is the problem. But maybe we reserve this more for small ships for the time being. And I just realized we also need a cargo container in here somewhere, which we might not have enough mats for. We could put it alongside here for the time being. I guess we use a large one. I don't know if we have enough mats for this. I highly doubt it. Yeah, so we're missing like interior plates and motors to get this fixed. Actually, we connected here, so we should have enough space. Since this thing's not going to really go anywhere for the time being. We just need to empty out this ship, because this is more of our transport ship more than anything else. Okay, we empty that out into the back connector that's connected to the large cargo container directly. The smaller ones seem to be missing links in terms of like tubes and plumbing, so we'll leave that alone for now. This one's probably because I turned the reactor off, so that's why it's not transferring over. But again, more or less, this mobility platform is going to be just a platform. This is our transport ship, and that's our wingman, which is going to fly along with me, hopefully, and we won't lose it. So things like the SPRT Mayday, we're gonna hit up sooner or later. We do need to work on getting the drill system working so we can get ice and also some more stone as well. As now we have a decent home settled in the asteroid. For now, eventually we'll be blown up into an asteroid station. Not to go kaboom, but I mean like to scale up in a way. Well, so at least for now, we completed putting in a home in the asteroid. Next one, for those who enjoy it, drilling. That's something I really enjoy doing and building a lot of different drill rigs. Hopefully we'll build something a little bit different to start getting the ice and also stone that we need. And then we'll move on to the next thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Please like and subscribe. Don't forget to drop a comment down below, even to just say hi. And of course, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.